Nope, don't touch it. It's too dangerous. It's unpredictable. And worst of all, it might actually change your life. Why you shouldn't invest in cryptocurrency. Why you should not invest in crypto. Once again, I'm gonna tell you why you should not invest in crypto. The number one reason, it's too volatile. Translation, it grows too fast. You don't want that. You don't want that for your portfolio. First reason you shouldn't invest is because it's too volatile. Just imagine waking up and your money actually moved. Imagine, let's say, for example, you put $100 in the XRP, you put $100 in the Bitcoin, and in a week it turned into $140. Or let's say you put it in a meme coin like Dogecoin, and that $100 turned into $500 in 2 weeks. Disgusting. I know. Who wants their money to grow that fast? You gotta be aware of things like this. Most people prefer the traditional route, slow route, working 40 years, putting money in accounts that barely beat inflation, AKA your bank account. Again, this is why you can't invest in crypto, because it's better than your bank account. It gives you a better return than your bank account. You don't want that. You want slow, methodical investments. And I understand. So again, volatility, stability is boring but safe. Rapid growth is scary. Avoid it. The second reason, it's not backed by anything except math, code, and global adoption. The only thing that's backing it is blockchain code, is a decentralized network, and global banks backing it. So you got Santander, you got Bank of China, you got your United States Bank. And also, there's this thing called ISO 200 2022 coins, and it's a standard that banks have to abide by. And because of those standards being updated, and they're going to be updated on the blockchain, this is another reason why you shouldn't invest in cryptocurrency, because those central banks are going to have to adopt this standard literally by November 22nd, which is in 2 days from me making this video. Not only that, institutions are buying it behind the scenes. So that means Chase, that means JP Morgan, that means Wells Fargo, that means Citigroup, that means your local credit union. They're all gonna have to adopt these standards. So once again, you can't hold it in your hand. Cash that loses value every year, it can't be real, right? It can't be real. So again, keep your money in cash. Don't invest where your central bank and where your local bank is investing. That's reason number two. The third reason, and this is a really good one, it's too early, which basically means the biggest upside is still ahead. So again, you don't want to invest this because there's so much upside in the next couple years. By 2030, I'd be hard pressed to say that cryptocurrency won't be globally adopted by every central bank in the world. Basically, there are still countries regulating it, there are companies adopting it, and millions of people who haven't even entered the space yet. That means all the major gains haven't even happened yet. Again, if you bought Bitcoin in 2000, let's just say 20, the lowest point, I believe it was $10,000. Today, it's down 20 to 30% on the year, right? But if you bought it in 2020, you've 9 extra money from here. So again, who wants to be, just be honest with me. Who wants to be early to anything? Who wants to buy low and sell high? Who wants to get lunch first before the rest of the school comes to eat lunch? Who wants fresh chicken? Who wants fresh pizza? Who wants the fresh ingredients fresh out the stove? I don't, well, I do, but you don't. So again, this is another reason, because you're way too early. You're way too early to be investing in this space. Way too early. Being early means you benefit from growth, and that's not what we're here for. We're not here for growth. We're not here for asymmetrical returns on our investments. We're not here for life-changing investments. We're not here for that, okay? That's number 3. Number 4, too much financial freedom. Another reason crypto is dangerous is because it actually gives you control over your money. You can move your funds at any time. You don't want that. So you want to need your bank, because crypto allows you to not need a bank. Because if you were doing an ACH transfer in another country or something like that, you could use crypto, which would actually work more efficiently, and it'd be cheaper than you transferring your dollars into another currency. You also don't need permission to do that. In order to send money from Europe to China to Africa to Mexico to the United States and vice versa, you're going to have permission, and they're going to have to see how much of the transaction you're sending. With crypto, you don't have to do that. All you have to do is have a Bitcoin address or a Solana address, and the other person has to have a Bitcoin address or a Solana address or whatever coin or token that you're using. So basically, you don't want to be able to send money across the world in minutes for half the fees or fractions of the fees that you're paying right now. That kind of freedom, I know, is very terrifying. It's very terrifying. Most people prefer to wait 3 to 5 business days and getting charged $25 to move their money around. And you're one of those people. This is number 4, why you don't need to invest in crypto. Reason number 5, lastly, you shouldn't want to invest in crypto because, like I said, we're early to the opportunities because the space is not mature yet. So this is another reason why you don't want to mature, because the chance for asymmetrical returns or parabolic returns, or basically you investing your couple $100s and it turning into thousands or even hundreds of thousands if you do it right, is available to anybody. It doesn't matter how much money you have. And the reason is because you can trade crypto, you can long-term hold crypto, you can stake crypto, which is like earning interest on your crypto assets. You have decentralized finance, which is basically all the products that the banks offer, you can now do on the blockchain without having permission of the bank. So just imagine real estate on the blockchain. Just imagine getting insurance policies on the blockchain. Just imagine getting business loans and credit loans, and being able to loan out your crypto for credit. And think about all these things. That's decentralized finance. You got NFTs, you have blockchain startups, and then you also have new protocols that haven't even been thought of because the technology and the space is not mature enough, that will be created in the future. So again, when there are that many lanes to grow wealth, it becomes overwhelming. It's a stressful thing. It's a stressful thing being rich. It's a stressful thing being wealthy. I get it. It's much easier to stick to one lane that barely moves, i.e., a job, a 9 to 5. I know it's easier because it requires less responsibility. It does. That's the last reason why you don't want to invest in crypto. Those are my 5 reasons why you should not invest in crypto. Too much growth, too much freaking adoption, too much financial freedom, too much innovation, and you don't have to ask anybody for permission to do what you want to do with your money. And that's something that me personally, I'm gonna think about. I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna think about it. But for you, this is probably something that you need to stay away from, because again, it's too risky. It's too volatile. Unless you're actually trying to position yourself for the future. So now that I think about it, me personally, I just might consider investing in this space. I just might consider, teaching a class in this space. The link is on the way. I just might consider putting a couple hundreds, a couple thousands in this market and seeing what it does. But hey, what do I know? I'm just a regular guy. I'm just a regular visionary Mike C, telling you not to invest in something that's changing the financial world. Stay visionary. Peace.